One for you and one for the chicken.
I recognise that number plate.
That's it shall be.
One in front of you.
Yeah, and if it's a bloke about our age with sandy hair, it's Dan Lomas.
Now,
He's a guy that Dave lived in
said Mr.
Scorpion.
Fox. I can smell those
Weird.
beans a mile away. I can even smell one from the other. Bogus gives off a filthy stink of
I can't
rotten
imagine he'd
chicken
have sold
skins.
it.
Bunce reeks of goose livers. And as for bean, the fumes of apple cider hang around him like poisonous gases. Yes, but just don't get careless.
They're also
said Mrs.
Derby
Fox.
based.
You know they'll be waiting. All three of you. Don't you worry about me, said Mr. Fox. I'll see you later. But Mr. Fox would not have been quite so cocky
Like King David
had he
later.
known exactly where the three farmers were waiting at that moment. They were just outside the entrance to the hole, each one crouching behind a tree with his gun loaded. And what is more, they had chosen their positions very carefully, making sure that the wind was not blowing from them towards the fox's hole. In fact, it was blowing in the opposite
I think he
direction.
was a national choir.
There was no chance of them being smelled out. Mr. Fox crept up the dark tunnel to the mouth of his
Right.
hole.
Yeah. I'm
He
trying to get a
poked
picture of the
his
truck.
long, handsome face out into the night air and sniffed once.
R77SJB.
He moved an inch or two forward and stopped. He sniffed again. He was always especially careful when coming out of his hole. He inched forward a little more. The front half of his body was now in the open.
Hang on.
His black nose twitched from side to side.
You just target fixations.
He found none. And he
I wasn't sure whether we'd be able to get
crossed
a photo of
forward into the wood when he heard, or thought he heard, a tiny noise. A soft, rustling sound. As though someone had moved a foot ever so gently through a patch of dry leaves.
And that's
Mr.
Sophie!
Fox flattened his body against the ground and lay very still.
Covered
His
in
ears.
Clark's birthday cake.
He waited a long time, but he heard nothing more. It must have been a field mouse, he told himself.
Sophie, I think we might have to have half birthdays for you, mightn't we?
Right.
He crept a little further
See,
out
she
of the
loves
hole,
birthdays so much.
then further still. He was almost
We could
right
just have a
out in the
Christmas cake
open
that has
now.
candles on it.
He took a last careful look around. The wood was murky and very still. Somewhere in the sky the moon was shining. Just then, his sharp night eyes caught a glint of something bright behind a tree not far away. It was a small silver speck of moonlight shining
David
on a
owned the place
polished
now.
surface.
Or was it a long
Rented,
rental?
long-term rental.
Mr. Fox lay still, watching it. What on earth was it? Now it was
So, on
moving.
the basis of long-term rental,
It was
Ashton
coming
didn't
up
work out.
and up.
How did you
Great
end up buying a
heavens!
place in
It was
London?
the barrel of a
Well,
gun.
exactly, that's what I keep saying.
Quick as a whip, Mr.
Every
Fox
time Mum
jumped
seems to get
back
this thing
into his
into her
hole,
head.
and at that same instant, the entire wood seemed to
That was your
explode
idea,
around
wasn't
him.
it?
Bang, bang! Bang, bang!
Mum seems to
Bang,
get it
bang!
this thing into her head that they'll use the thing against.
The smoke from the three guns floated upward in the night. Bogus and Bunce and Bean came out from behind their trees
Pointless.
and walked towards the hole.
Did we get in?
Said Bean. One of them shone a flashlight on the hole, and there on the ground, in a circle of light, half in and half out of the
Indian looks
hole,
nice.
Yeah,
lay
David
the
did say the
poor,
Indian in that
tattered,
one really good.
blood-stained remains of a fox's
Assuming there's only
tail.
one.
Bean picked it up.
We got the tail, but we
I know
missed
it's
the
a bit
fox.
London,
He said,
but London,
tossing
quite
the
like
thing
a
away.
carousel horse. I don't know where I put it. In the garden somewhere.
Said Bogus.
We shot too late. We should have let fly the moment he poked his head out.
Need the right kind of house for that.
He won't be poking it out again in a hurry.
Bogus said. Bean pulled the flask from his pocket and took a swig of cider. Then
Oh
he
dear.
said,
It'll
Is
take
it
3
okay?
days at least before he gets hungry enough to come out again. I'm not
Oh,
sitting
is it
around
okay?
here waiting